And our big story tonight at 6, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos is speaking out his first public comments today on the effort to remove him from power.
A group attempting to force a recall election submitted signatures last week. 12 News political director Matt Smith tonight with the new developments.
For those of you who didn't follow my recall, the whack jobs who were running the recall against me.
Tonight, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos firing back.
It's election fraud, plain and simple.
One of the state's most powerful Republicans preparing tonight the final touches on his official challenge to the group submitting thousands of signatures attempting to force a recall election and ultimately oust him from office.
What does that effort look like behind the scenes this past week?
An awful lot of people volunteering their time. We have had, I think, 60 volunteers, data entering in every single name. We had a private investigator that we hired to check into the backgrounds of people to make sure, hey, in Wisconsin, if you're a felon, you're not allowed to circulate. Well, they brought in people from out of state who are felons.
The recall group upset over Vos's previous criticism of former President Donald Trump and his refusal to impeach the state's elections chief submitted more than 10,000 signatures last week, but already an initial review by Election Commission staff indicates they did not collect enough valid signatures.
How big of a deal is this to you?
It's a very big deal.
Last night, we first introduced you to Dawn Hagerty, a Racine County resident whose name appeared on the recall, but says she didn't sign it. Her signature nothing like the one on the petition, and she's not alone.
The issue is the integrity of this process, the integrity of whoever hired these people from out of state to do this.
The district attorney's office now investigating at least several dozen others.
I'm not a handwriting expert, but I think you can go through and say when somebody filled in all the stuff with one entire page and signed their name at the bottom. We know that there are well over 100 people that we have been able to say did not sign.
Now, Matt, you mentioned that challenge from Vos expected tomorrow. The state Supreme Court is also weighing in tonight.
Joyce, this involves the state legislative maps and which one should be used, the old ones or new ones, should a recall happen. In a split decision today, the court ordered responses by Thursday on whether the court should get involved and clarify. Still, though, that initial review by Election Commission staff showing not enough valid signatures, a final review tonight is still underway.
Political director Matt Smith reporting live tonight from the newsroom. And you can see more of Matt's interview with the Racine County resident whose name appeared on the recall petition right now on the WISN 12 app.